So this week on the podcast, I'm absolutely delighted to have Amy Elson from my favourite jewellery company, Chambers and Bow. And I've been following her for years. I'm wearing my Chambers and Bow earrings today. So it's like lightning with a little gold star hanging off. And I love all her stuff. She does lots of layered jewellery. It's really unique. The main thing is it's really personalised as well. So, and I saw her on Instagram and someone said she's got really good style as well. And I had a look on Instagram. She's doing some outfit stuff and then layering up jewellery. I thought, oh my God, I'd love to have her on the podcast. So thank you so much, Amy, for coming on today.
You're welcome. Hi.
Hello. I just wondered if you could give us a bit of background about how Chambers and Bow came about. What led you to having your own jewellery company down there in Devon? How was it born? What's the story?
So the story is I went to university and did jewellery design degree, which was quite unusual at the time. And I never thought that I wanted to produce my own stuff. I didn't have any interest in that at all. I was only interested in the design side of it. So when I left uni, I ended up working for various different jewellery companies, designing for them. And then I met my husband, so I'm originally from Devon. I'd moved to London. He was in Devon and we, commuted to see each other for a long time, but really I wanted to be back in Devon. And eventually I managed to get back here, and the commute to London, I was doing it about twice a week, but that commute to London just got too much. And so I decided to try freelance designing. I made a bit of a name for myself in the industry at that point. So I left my job, went freelance. That was going really well. And then I just thought I'd have a little dabble on the side, making some stuff. I had all the contacts. I'd had, 12 years in the industry. So I knew what was commercial, what would work. And I just had a little try. I joined Not on the High Street straight away. And within, I think, 6 months, I had to give up my design work and just solely concentrate on Chambers and Bow, which is named after my two children. So I've got Sam Chambers and Molly Bow.
Oh, sweet.
Chambers and Bow. I mean, I don't think there wasn't ever any conversation about what shall I call it. I was just immediately was like, I could call it Chambers and Bow. I was like, oh yeah, that sounds quite good.
It's perfect. It sounds like a jewellery company as well. Do you know what I mean? It's got that, but it's got that personal connection, which is really nice.
Yeah. I had a friend, or I have a friend who, like right at the start, she'd been to America and she came back with this really awful necklace, but the sentiment behind it, it had a little charm on it and then another little charm with her daughter's name on it. She showed it to me and she said, God, I know it's really nasty, but I love what it means. You could do something so much nicer than this. And that was kind of what planted the seed, really. And at the time, there wasn't that much personalised jewellery, or it wasn't like mainstream like it is now. Everyone's doing personalised jewellery now, but at the time, there wasn't very much at all. And I didn't have the money to invest in engraving machines and all of that. So I just thought, I'll just stamp them to begin with. And that's kind of become my thing, really, a bit. I don't like anything too perfect. So that kind of suits me, that it's not, perfectly engraved, and I like the imperfection of it. And so that's kind of how it all became.
A bit rustic, so a bit kind of, I'm the same. I don't like being completely like slick or really smart or, in what I wear. I've always got to have something a bit off kilter.
Yeah, a little bit edgy, a little bit, I don't like anything too matchy.
Yeah.
I like texture and all, different finishes and, kind of quite organic, bit rustic. That's my vibe.
Yeah, see, that definitely comes through. And there's lots of stars and hearts. Is that kind of like a hallmark?
Hearts, I guess, are just very commercial. Everyone
Right.
loves heart. I've just always loved stars.
Yeah.
Just me, really. And so they kind of, having a little offset charm, that's kind of become a bit of a signature for me. And stars and hearts, and I've got kisses in there as well. So tiny little charms like that, I think, just add a little bit extra.
Yeah, I like stars as well. What my maiden name actually is Mars, like the planet
Okay.
Mars. So, and I'm a bit kind of, you know, away with the fairies sometimes. So people used to call me Moon and Stars Mars. That was like my nickname. So
Right.
I've always liked stars. And actually, that is why my husband bought me these earrings.
I think lots of people like celestial kind of inspired stuff.
Do you believe in star sign stuff? Do you believe in any of this stuff?
I should say yes, because I've got a zodiac collection, but I don't really know an awful lot about it, to be honest. I don't follow it or know what my star sign, apart from I'm a Leo, so I know that I should be a bit fiery and
I think,
confident.
my twin brothers are Leo. I've got twin brothers, they're Leos, and they are like, they're sort of like, everyone listen to me, they're very charismatic.
Well, I don't think that's really me, so I'm not sure that it always...
Maybe it's a load of rubbish, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe you can just find a little bit about your star sign, or, you know, find something small that relates to you, possibly, I don't know.
But I guess that's the sort of personalised element of Chambers and Bow as well, isn't it? Because then you can get someone for presents. You know, if you know that someone's into that, you can get them, because I'm Scorpio, you can get them, like, you know, from your zodiac collection, the Scorpio.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of become my USP, really, the personalised side of it, and the sentiment behind it. And I mean, the stories that people tell me about either why they're buying it, or you know, who they're buying it for, and the story behind that person, or once they've received it, what it's, you know, symbolises to them. It's lovely that it's really nice to receive that information from people. And also the fact that I think, you know, jewelry with sentiment, it doesn't have to have words on it. You know, it can still mean something to you, and, you know, you can take charms that symbolize different things to different people and put them together and kind of create your own story in a piece of jewelry. And that's really lovely. You know, it becomes a bit of a keepsake and something to treasure.
Well, yeah, anything like that is something to treasure when it's been so personalised and the thought's gone into it. I really like as well the layering. You know, this is a trend fashion-wise at the moment. It's that layering up, you know, lots of bracelets, or layering up, isn't it? Lots and lots of necklaces. And
Stack it all on,
You do that really well.
Yeah, I think I started doing it a long time ago. I think it was from my love of kind of vintage jewelry and just whacking it all on. They call it, it has a hashtag neck mess, where you just throw it all on and you don't really think too much about it. When I put mine on, I tend to kind of layer them with gaps in between, so it makes it easy for the customers to see, you know, what's what. And I suppose makes it, you know, if you buy 3 necklaces but they all sit on top of each other, you're not really sure what you're looking at. Whereas if you layer them with, sorry, I'm gesticulating to my neck the whole time when I'm talking.
You've got different lengths. You've got different. You can listen, if anyone's listening to this podcast, you can watch it on YouTube as well. I recommend you do, because Amy's got her layered necklaces on today, and you've got them different lengths, because if you had them all the same length, that just wouldn't work. Then it really would be a neck mess. You've got to have
a bit of a gap between each one so you can see what you're looking at. But yeah, just it means that you can create more contrast when you've got, you know, if you've just got one simple necklace on, which with some outfits looks great, but if you've got simple clothing on and you whack a few necklaces on, I think it creates a focus point, really. And you can, you know, mix up the metals and the finishes and the textures, and just I just really like it.
Well, accessorizing is like, you know, you can be wearing a simple white t-shirt, pair of Levi's, that's it, boring, right? Pair of trainers. Then you just go and layer up this jewellery. Boom, you've got this
all the accessories, scarves, handbags. I'm all about all the extra details and things like, you know, if you're having a bad hair day and you whack your hair up in the top knot, but then you've got a single statement earring on, a bit like yours that you're wearing today, it kind of draws attention to that area, doesn't it? It's a bit like wearing red lipstick. I feel like that when I put big earrings on. I feel like I suddenly feel done up because I've, you know, got something going there.
Well, I love a hoop. I love a big hoop.
Yeah, that's what I've got in today, a big hoop.
Yes.
And stacking bracelets as well. I love that whole kind of jingle jangle that they make as you move.
Yeah.
On today, but yeah, just whack them all on. More is more in my book.
Yeah, I remember my mum in the 70s, she had loads of 70s, 80s, she had loads of bangles. I could always hear her coming. So like when I was really little in bed, I could hear her kind of jangling up the stairs. It's like a real memory for me. But I wanted to talk about your personal style quickly as well, because you know, I saw on Instagram, you were actually, this morning I saw on Instagram you were doing some skipping, and I was thinking, oh my God, I need to do some exercise. I literally have been so lazy in January. It's terrible.
It's hard, isn't it? January's been so hard.
It's been so long. It's like the longest month ever. It's, you know, and I haven't done any exercise at all. And then I thought I'd have a quick look through, and there you were skipping along. Made me feel slightly guilty. I've got to get moving.
Well, it just makes me feel warmer because I'm bloody freezing all the time. So if I do a half-hour workout most days, then it warms you up. And also just mentally, it just makes me feel better. So I do a bit of skipping, a bit of weight training, all from home. Just my husband's really into it, so I feel even more guilty if I don't do it when he's at it all the time. So
he's doing it. Yeah. I need to make the effort. Next week I'm going to start. But on your personal style, how do you? So I do this thing where I like to use 3 words to sort of describe how I like to dress, and I just find it really useful, and it rationalizes, you know, it just helps me to put outfits together. It's sort of like finding your style, personality kind of thing. So I just wondered if you had like a way you like to get dressed. How would you describe your personal style?
I would say probably classical with a bit of edge. I try to be a bit glamorous, I suppose. I think
I've actually cheekily written down 3 words here to describe your style. So I said relaxed, rock and glam, because I think you've got a bit...
I'll take that. That sounds good to me.
Relaxed or casualish, but you know, you've got that kind of rock edge. There's definitely some edge, and you've explained that about your jewellery. So I think if anyone listening likes a bit of edge to their style, a bit of, you know, that kind of real personalised touch to the jewellery, then Chambers and Bow is definitely going to be. And I was going to ask you as well, because it's the Style Stories podcast, if you had any style stories that you'd like to share. So when has something gone wrong, or you know, when have you felt that getting dressed has really boosted you? Because it can really, I mean, you know, I have to get every day I feel better.
I have to make an effort. If I don't make, even if I throw my hair up because I can't be bothered to style it, I still have to maybe just do the fringe, so it looks like I'm at least a little bit done. I always have to do something to make myself feel better, and I think it just puts me in a better state of like going to work. If I haven't, you know, if I just went not in my pajamas, but you know, in a tracksuit and hadn't made any effort, then I just wouldn't be in the right state of mind, I don't think, to get the most out of myself. Definitely like to make an effort. Stories, the only one I can think of, which is years ago, when I applied for my first ever design job, I tried on this white suit in warehouse, and I thought I just loved it so much, a trouser suit. I don't get my legs out very often. I don't really do dresses even back then. So I saw this lovely white trouser suit, belted, wide leg, and I thought I was it in it.
Sounds
So
really nice. That sounds a bit 70s, which I like. I love
it was
that.
a bit 70s, yeah. So I went back about 3 times and tried it on, and eventually I bought it, and I thought, great, I'm going to wear this to my interview. And yeah, I just thought I was brilliant. Turns out, I mean, I did get the job, but I was the only person who applied, turns out. And afterwards, my boss told me that the white suit nearly cost me the job, and that he thought it was awful. I was there thinking I was
Oh my God,
the nuts, and yeah, he said it was a terrible thing to wear to my first interview. So there you go, you live and learn. But maybe that really says more about him than me.
exactly. And do you know, that is a bold choice, I think, going in a white suit to an interview. But I think it made you look creative. I mean, that's,
Yeah, maybe
you could have played it safe. Which is what most people do. So,
well, I probably didn't have anywhere else to wear a white suit to, and I was so desperate to buy it that was my only choice. So,
oh my God, I'd go on the tube, and within 5 minutes, it would just be absolutely trashed. It would just
yeah, no, there is that.
Yeah,
I don't very rarely wear white now because I live in the countryside and I have a dog, and yeah, it doesn't stay white for very long. Although I love winter whites, it's one of my favourites.
That's really elegant, isn't it? That kind of look. And it's also been I did notice actually in 2022 all over Instagram, I think everything's gone a bit samey with style last year. It was lots and lots of camel neutrals, just that, like lots of
guilty.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, but all the influencers, like most of the influencers, but wearing sort of the same things. It went very classic in 2022. I'm interested to see what 2023 is going to be like.
Yeah, we're going to have more colour.
I think so. I was in Harrods yesterday. I did a shop with a bride-to-be yesterday, actually. I don't normally shop with my clients in January because the shops are still bad from Christmas.
Yeah, okay.
New styles are not really in yet. And I really noticed that everything seemed really quite extra. There was a lot of all the new stuff that's come in, because Harrods will get that first, the big department stores. Bold patterns, glitter, sparkle, cutouts, all of that.
That's quite hard to wear though, isn't it?
It is quite hard to wear. And actually, I think as you get a bit older, I am wearing a very pink top today.
Yeah.
I thought it would look good for the sort of Valentine's time, on Zoom. But I like neutrals. I don't have many colours and patterns in my wardrobe. I'm more drawn towards, because also pattern dates quite fast, I think.
Yeah, and neutrals are much easier to put together, aren't they? Like tonal dressing is really simple to do. Although when I do wear colour, I feel like it, like when you have your colours done and you put a colour close to your face, like I had a bright blue jumper on yesterday, and it just lifts you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it can definitely change your mood if you make a bit of effort with colour, or even just a pop of colour in like a pair of shoes.
Just an accent, like an accent somewhere. But then, if you're wearing something plain, that's when sort of you can layer up jewellery. I wanted to ask actually about, you've got a Valentine's collection.
I have, I've just launched it now. Yeah, we just launched it this week. It's kind of lots of hearts, obviously. Lots of hearts. Quite a few pieces which use our initials to create necklaces and bracelets, so that you can have maybe your initial with a heart in between and your loved one's initial, or you can make a word, spell out a word with the initials. So we've done some of that as well. All layering pieces, of course. Couple of pairs of earrings. It's all on the website now. So and we've got a free gift offer at the moment. So we have a free bracelet with orders over £100. So all the details are on the homepage if you want to have a look.
Oh, amazing. Right, I'm going to drop in underneath in the style notes, I'm going to drop in the website and all of that. So you ship internationally as well, don't you?
We do ship internationally, although it's a bit of am I allowed to say shit show? Can I say that?
Yes.
Just with delivery, Royal Mail and shipping internationally at the moment is a bit of a nightmare, but I think we're getting there. And we do use DHL as well. So
yeah, because there's been all the strikes and
and then some kind of hack, wasn't there? I think.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see about a hack, but yeah, it's all. I mean, we've been still getting Christmas cards.
Have you now?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's like literally nearly the 31st of January recording this podcast, and we're still having Christmas cards coming through. So it's all gone a bit wrong, hasn't it?
It has.
Did you have any pieces there to show? Did you bring any pieces?
Well, I have got some pieces here if anyone is watching.
Yeah, so
anyone got a couple of pieces on.
Yeah, we're going to describe the pieces for those just listening, because Amy's she's got a gorgeous big heart gold.
I've got a great big heart on, and then a heart poker here, which is on a kind of chunky curb chain. It can all be personalised with text, and that there is a big heart bracelet.
Lovely. Oh, that's gorgeous.
And this one here.
And you mix metals as well, so I like, so Amy's just showing. So you've got, the silver heart,
silver heart, and it's silver chain on one side with gold-plated chain on the other, with a little star charm there. I think just having the contrast of colour means that anyone can wear it, and it just adds a bit of interest, I think, rather than. I mean, I used to be all silver. Always used to wear silver, hated gold. My mum wore gold and I thought it was awful, really dated. And I've kind of gone the other way, really. I much prefer gold now to silver, or a mixture.
I have, because when I got married, actually, everyone was wearing platinum. So 16 years ago, everyone was having platinum wedding rings. No one was wearing gold because, my mum had gold and I felt it was really dated. But gold's definitely made, like most people are doing gold now, because I mean, I do color analysis, so they sort of say, I mean, I just think it's a guide, but some people suit gold, some people suit silver.
So warm colorings, isn't it?
So if you've got warm tones like yellow in your skin, go for gold. If you've got blue undertones, you'd go for silver. But I just think, mix it up. I mean, I've got all sorts of different colors on stage.
So what would I be then? I'm spring blue, so I'd be warm.
You're warm. You're the same as me. I'm spring.
Ah, okay.
No, I'm spring, which is warm, light, and bright. So we suit sort of bright. Well, what springs look good in is head-to-toe neutrals, and then a splash of colour around the face.
Okay.
So winter people suit all brights, and silver, but we're more gold, like warm undertones of skin. It's quite handy to know.
Yeah, I've got my little
swatch book,
just to double check that I'm on the right track. I think once it's kind of in there, you remember it, don't you? You remember the colours that work with you. And then sometimes, because we're not supposed to wear black, are we? But then if you have a lighter colour or a brighter colour by your face, does that kind of make it okay?
Then it's fine. And do you know what? I wear black all the time. The thing is with me though, is if you tell me something, I tend to do the opposite. It's sort of like, you can't do this. I'll be like, yes, I can. Yes. So I've got a black slip dress from All Saints that I wear to everything we're invited to at the moment, with a black leather jacket and black boots. That's my evening outfit, and gold jewellery. I'm in black a lot. It's a good guide. It's a good guide. But
it's a good guide. I never wear black, actually. I think because I'm so often photographing myself wearing jewellery, and black doesn't it doesn't photograph very well, so
it doesn't. And it would, I mean, in real life the gold jewellery layered over black would be really nice, but on camera, on Instagram,
doesn't work so well.
That's not going to work, is it? But thank you so much for joining me today. I'm delighted.
Thank you for letting me come on.
Love your jewellery. Love the fact it's all handmade in Devon, personalised, everything. I'm going to drop the link below the show notes, below this. Have a look on YouTube if you want to see some of the pieces. Thank you, Amy, and I'll see you soon.
So nice to talk to you.